After a car crash, I wake up without a scratch, but my girlfriend Elena Reed has amnesia. What shocks me the most is that I can hear my late grandma's voice in my head. That shameless woman is feigning amnesia to trick Rowan. If I were still alive, I'd break her legs myself. My eyes fly wide in disbelief. Grandma's voice keeps raging in my head. Rowan, in your past life, Elena ruined you. You had miserable years with her and nearly died of a heart attack while she was out celebrating Miles's birthday. Your grandpa is about to have you choose a bride. Don't pick Elena. Pick Piper. She's a good woman. A second later, Grandpa and the elders walk into the hospital room and spread out photos of heiresses from the 4 great families, asking me to choose a bride. I don't even hesitate. I choose Piper Alden, the one I've been butting heads with for as long as I can remember. I've always listened to Grandma. If she says that Elena doesn't love me, then I don't want her anymore. My grandpa, Edmund Becker, hesitated as he studied my face. He then asked, Rowan, are you sure about this? Piper's the one you've butted heads with the most. Once I announce the engagement, there's no turning back. In archaeology circles, Grandpa was a legend. Years ago, he publicly pledged that whichever one of the 4 great families married their daughter to me would receive the Becker family's full support in excavations and museum projects. Elena Reed's mother, Grace Sterling, looked rattled and quickly tried to persuade me. Rowan, Elena has amnesia and doesn't remember you, but you've always loved her. Why not wait a little longer? Maybe she'll get her memory back once you're married. My grandma, Martha Keller, clicked her tongue sharply in my mind. Oh, come on. In the past life, that scumbag Miles smashed Rowan's watch. Rowan didn't even say a single word, but Elena still threw him out. He stood in the rain in just his sleep shirt and nearly froze to death. Piper was the one who showed up with an umbrella and found him a room for the night. She might come off harsh, but she's got a good heart. Her words hit me like a punch. I never understood why Grandma talked about past lives, but when I heard her, something in my chest tightened. I couldn't shake the feeling that what she said had really happened. Miles Ashcroft really was Elena's first love. I only started dating her after they broke up. Grandpa, I've made up my mind, I said. I choose Piper Alden. Grandpa slid the photographs back into their envelope and clasped my shoulder. Very well, I'll respect your choice. In 2 days, I'll announce your engagement to Piper. Grandma let out a sigh of relief. Good. Now maybe Rowan can finally have a happy married life. While Grandpa stayed with the other elders to talk business, I changed out of the hospital gown and went to get some air. But when I stepped out of the hospital room, 3 elegant, polished women were waiting at the door. They were all my childhood. Sweethearts. All once considered candidates for my future bride. Elena was there, but Piper wasn't. Sabrina Collins flashed a bright smile and took a step closer. Rowan, I heard that Edmund is choosing your fiancé from the 4 of us. So, who is it? She asked curiously. Ren Porter laughed. Do you even need to ask? Everyone knows that Rowan has been crazy about Elena forever. He treats her like she's made of glass. Elena gave me an indifferent glance. I don't remember anything from the last 3 years. The only thing I remember is that Miles is my boyfriend. I know that somewhere in those missing years, you and I were together. I don't love you now, but if my dad insists on the engagement, I'll go through with it. Grandma snorted. In the past life, she faked memory loss so she could fool around with Miles while keeping Rowan at her side so she could access the Becker family's money. In the end, she drove Rowan into depression and even to his death. What a terrible woman. She should stay away from him. I looked at Elena's cold, distant face. If Grandma hadn't spoken up, I might have believed her. I had loved Elena. I really had. And for a time, I was foolish enough to believe that she loved me too. It was just like 3 years ago when Elena set off fireworks across the entire city for me. She looked at me with devotion and said, "You can find the full story in my bio. It's free."